Welcome everybody to the Arctic Podcast. I am your host Hunter Leon, and today we'll be diving into the world of Arctic Compressor. It's going to be a very low pressure journey into high pressure air compressors. Let's go. I'm joined by Brady Mollenhauer, expert here at Arctic Compressor. Brady, how's it going today?
Good, man. How are you?
Awesome. Glad to be with you. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you as well.
Obviously, I haven't met you before this week, so it's very nice to put a face to the name, and nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well, man.
Heck yeah. So we're just going to get into it immediately here, Brady. Tell me, why Arctic?
Yeah, so our simple and elegant design, we're made in the USA, competitively priced, and our lead times are out of this world.
Amazing. All right, Brady, this is our first ever podcast, so we got to do our due diligence here. Let's spin the jog wheel back, if you will. Take us back to the beginning, the roots of Arctic Compressor.
Yeah, absolutely, Hunter. It's kind of funny. So it started back in the garage of Chuck and Peggy Potters in Silver Bay, Minnesota.
Okay.
So they were avid divers, and to help support that hobby, what they started turning wrenches on was refurbishing compressors for future customers.
Oh, wow. That is quite the origin story. So we're in a garage at one point up in Silver Bay along the North Shore in Minnesota. Next thing you know, here we are today in Superior, Wisconsin. How'd we get here?
Yeah, so the next 25 years, they really started to hone in on, refurbishing the compressors and building that customer base. Some of the feedback that they received from the customers, what really led into the year 2008 when they designed their own block that we currently run today. That block is the heart and soul of the compressor.
Wow, literally built from the ground up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that block design is what sets us apart from our competition. So that's when Arctic Compressor was birthed back in 2018.
Okay, so Arctic Compressor became a company in 2018. Cool. Now, an even bigger question, potentially. The simple choice. What does that mean? We see it. What is the simple choice?
Yeah, absolutely. So the simple choice, so we're bringing things back to the basics, right? What customers want is that air to be delivered to them in the fastest way possible. So going back to what the customer needs are is based upon our whole designs of products. Whether it's from a design standpoint, whether it's from maintenance on the compressor, we want to keep everything as simple as possible. We don't want that end user to have an engineering degree just to be able to fill a SCBA cylinder.
Okay. Now, also, I see that Arctic Compressor is made in the USA. Can you touch on why that is so important, not only maybe to Arctic Compressor, but to the end users and our dealers within the industry as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So servicing our end users are primarily the fire department. They know and understand what made in the USA is to them. So we do not have long lead times. We do not have major part shortages that we're having to get overseas. That is extremely important to our customers because of how important providing that air is to them.
Okay, Brady, that makes a ton of sense. The relevance of made in the USA is very important to end users and our dealer network. Now, I assume that there's a lot of patriotism that comes along with made in the USA as well. Could you dive in a little bit more on that and how that aspect comes to play?
Yeah, 100%. So important to not only us as a manufacturing, but to our customers is keeping that money in the USA, right? And what that means to them and what it does from a sourcing standpoint. We're buying our parts here in the USA, manufacturing and assembling all here in the USA.
Okay, when some people hear made in the USA, they might automatically think this costs more. What does Arctic Compressor do to help control costs and help mitigate that when other organizations could be possibly sourcing cheaper components?
Yeah, that's a typical assumption, Hunter, is how Arctic controls and mitigates that is by designing our own parts, block, keeping that quality control, in our house.
Oh, cool. So it's all done in Superior, Wisconsin. Some of those components and parts that you use are actually made in-house in Superior, Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Not only manufactured here, but our sourcing is made in the USA as well. So whether it be in Texas, Illinois, Wisconsin, right where we're at, absolutely.
Wow, that's a really cool capability, being able to do all of that in-house. I'm sure that takes a huge load off of a lot of the team, and I'm sure that goes right into your lead times as well. Give me the little update about lead times here.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the best in the industry lead times. Right now, during the filming of this podcast, we're running about 4 weeks from purchase order to delivery.
Cool. So, say if I were to make a purchase right now, right this second, how long does it take until I get my compressor?
Yeah, so again, like typically right now, 4 weeks. So you place that order, we manufacture and build that in Superior, Wisconsin, and you're going to get that delivered to your department within 4 weeks.
Seriously, 4 weeks? Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of placing orders and such, give me a little quick snapshot of a typical order or some product offerings that Arctic Compressor has.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be built to order, 6,000 PSI compressor. What we offer is a 7.5, 10, 15, and a 20 horse compressor. In a fill station, we offer single, double, triples, and depending on your needs, Hunter, really determines what panel you would then be provided at that point as well.
Okay, sweet. So it's the whole gamut. What else comes along with that? What else should I know about it, placing an order? Give me another snapshot of that.
Yeah, so again, being it custom built, there's going to be a lot of connections, fittings, hoses, cascade cylinders that are going to be on that order.
Okay, what if I don't know? Do you help with all of this, or is it up to the end user or the dealer to select all these things? Because just hearing that, I'm a little over my head as if I were to jump right into that. So can you help out with that?
Absolutely. So not only do we fully equip and have full confidence in our dealer network, they're 100% professionals. We also have outside salespeople here at Arctic that are willing and able to help customize that order for you.
Sweet. Now, give me a little rundown. Dealer network, what does that entail? Are there dealers all over the country, or what is the landscape there?
Yeah, so our dealer network is nationwide. So east to west coast, we have specifically chosen these dealers because their expertise in that field, typically in the fire industry, not only providing that custom orderization for the end user, but also servicing, which is a very, very important detail in that order as well.
That was going to be my follow-up question. What's the deal with service? So the dealers within the dealer network are capable to service and support these end users as well?
Yes, so they're fully trained technicians that we factory train, not only here in Superior, but outside as well, to give and equip those technicians everything they need to be successful on providing that service to you as the end user.
Okay, so you're telling me that being a part of the Arctic dealer network is much more than just being a dealer that sells the products per se.
Yeah, absolutely. So dealing with life safety equipment, it is imperative that not only is that dealer network capable of having trained technicians all over the U.S., but it's the importance of maintaining that compressor. Again, this is life safety equipment that they're dealing with, and having that product, that compressor being down is not an option. So we want to make sure at Arctic that we're choosing the right dealer partners that are able to go out there and fully service and support you as a customer.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it really makes a lot more sense. Obviously, if you're dealing with situations where people are in their work environments that need breathing air, you can't really be messing around with having some support that really isn't there. So it makes sense why the dealer network is so important to Arctic and end users.
Yeah, so they'll come out, they're going to change your oils, maintain that compressor maintenance program, whether they have extended warranties that Arctic offers. Typical 2-year warranty on our product. There is extensions. What Arctic has, again, from their design, is met the minimum standard, which is our 5-year silver, but we've gone above and beyond that and customized it that no other competitor offers on the market, which is our 5-year gold warranty.
Loving the information so far, Brady. We've touched on compressors. We've touched on fill stations. I've been waiting to ask you this question this entire time. All power.
Yes.
Excitement. What does it mean?
100%.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's massively exciting around the offices at Arctic as well. So the All Power is a electric mobile trailer, unique to the industry.
And what makes this so significant? How is it different than something that's out there?
Yeah, so the All Power, it says it in its name, so it has everything on board. So it has a compressor, fill station, cascade cylinders, and the All Power means that it can utilize any source of power to regenerate the batteries that are on board. You have no idea what type of environment that you're going to be on the scene of an incident. Typically, you don't even need to have this plugged in to a generator or any outsourced power. You're going to be able to fully, adequately fill all of your needs with what is already on board the All Power.
All right, All Power makes sense. I got it. That All Power sounds very cool. I can't wait to see it more and see all the excitement actually come to fruition out there. We talk a lot about fire stations. Are there any other industries or applications where you'd see the uses of a compressor?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of, again, going back to the original part is diving, right? So being able to support the divers and their needs, whether it's industrial, oil and gas industry, processing, all of those forms need compressors as well.
Well, Brady, this has been great. Thank you so much for taking your time to sit here and chat with me. I'm assuming it wasn't too much of a burden for you.
Not at all.
And I would hope it's not, because that'd be awesome to have you on for another podcast and dive more into this. Anyone catch that? Thank you. Sweet. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, everybody, for watching or listening to the Arctic Podcast. We will see you next time. And hey, if you have any ideas for topics or if you have questions, reach out to us on social media and we'll include that. So, from Arctic, over and out. See ya.
Peace.